In Lazarus, there are two main bosses, and the first one is actually way harder. So here is the gist of the fight. You want to stand behind the boss, try not to get hit, but you inevitably will. So everybody needs to be wearing heavy armor, or you will get one hit. Now remember, there are orbs that will spawn, and these orbs will go over the columns there, like that circle you see right before you, and either healer or DPS will need to push that orb down, and then the boss will go onto that. Okay, and this will happen for until the boss is around 66% health. So just keep DPSing, and then the boss will go into the magic mode where she'll drop bombs all around you, which basically one hit you. So you need to stay all together. The bombs will spawn on and around the proximity of each player. So if you have one person that is doing ranged DPS, they can mess it all up for you, and you could also get knocked off through that. Another thing that can knock you off is the boss throwing the spear. So if you are tanking, do not stand near the edge, or you will get yeeted off of the edge and you'll have to wipe and start over. Okay, so this is basically where you want to keep her the whole time, if at all possible. So shortly after this, in a few seconds, she's going to switch into the magic mode and then start dropping bombs. And then she also has this cone-shaped magic attack that she does after each bomb phase that can kill you if the bomb didn't already kill. So if you fail to do the orbs properly as well, by the way, the damage multipliers will begin to stack on her and she can just one hit everybody. So those are incredibly important to take. And now a couple notes on the video. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will try and index each phases of the boss here on the video, so you can click on those to see the mechanics of the boss fight individually, because I'm going to begin describing the next boss fight at around 5 minutes here. So that's where we're going to get into that boss's mechanics. For now, I recommend watching this. Make sure you having it, or we'll have it down, because you will wipe 3 or 4 times, maybe more, on your first encounter, unless you have someone experienced in your group. So go ahead and watch this, and then use the indexing on the YouTube bar on the bottom to look at each individual mechanic. And then once you have that, just go ahead and go into the fight and give it a good go.
Shot that bee! Yo, that was some really good DPS, guys. Holy shit. It's chest over here. People sleeping on that spear debuff.
final boss here is actually pretty easy, so don't worry, you cannot fall off the ledge here. So you just stand up there and DPS the whole time. The main onus falls on the healer in this, and that's towards the end of the fight. He will launch a continuous laser that will go on whoever has the most taunt, which in our case was the healer instead of the tank. In that case, the healer needs to die immediately after casting Sacred Ground, and then get revived, and then cast it again, and hopefully the next aggro goes on the tank. And here you can see you do have to kill those force fields, take the orbs, 2 orbs to each point, and then just make sure those are up at all times. Towards the end of the fight, he will block off the right and left segments, then you don't have to worry about those. And you'll see here in just a second, once you get him down enough, he will go ahead and fall down and collapse. And that's when you start dealing 4 or 5 times as much damage as normal, and that's when you really get the DPS in. So you need to make sure you make the most of those moments, otherwise you're kind of screwed.
That's how it's supposed to go. Back here.
Yeah, nice.